As most of you know, there was a huge Road Ahead post yesterday, and many other people have done videos on it. It's a really big deal. There's some great reworks and new characters coming, which I'm going to talk about later in the video, but we're kind of going to go over the whole post here. I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to give you a summary on things that I think are awesome. They've spent some time on this, and they basically said we've had quite a few things released lately with Grand Arena, 3PO, Falcon, you know, back with Chewie and Revan, and we've spent much of the past few months focusing on the roadmap, including a bold and somewhat audacious 5-year vision. This is amazing. Please let this game go on even 5 more years. I think it could go on forever. And if we continue to play this game, I think it's going to continue to work because I think it's one of the best games ever. So they sat down, they talked about things, and one of the first things that they did is something amazing that they haven't done before, or at least not to my knowledge, because I started playing the 1 year in. The Emperor's Command Shuttle is going to be a new event called the Galactic Chase. This event will take place on one of the Cantina holotables, as the Command Shuttle will immediately be released to specific nodes there. What's that mean? It means it's an immediately free-to-play ship. Everybody is able to farm this without having to wait for a marquee period. This is interesting. The Emperor's Command Shuttle is a ship I never actually thought would come to the game. In fact, I didn't give much thought to it. Is it going to be able to, you know, counter the Falcon somewhat? Are we going to have the Royal Guard and Emperor Palpatine in there, maybe with Stormtroopers as well? Who are going to be the pilots of this ship, and what are its abilities going to be? I am extremely excited about this because it's unexpected. Is it going to be a Sith ship that's also needed to eventually get the Ebon Hawk at some point in time? We don't know. But this is something different. I love different. They're basically saying, hey, you know what? And it says here, I'm going to find the place where it says that this will allow you to earn shards of the ship while accruing other resources and completing daily activities that you would already be doing anyway on these nodes. We hope that you enjoy this, the way this celebrates the arrival of a new ship without requiring a separate energy grind. Alongside this, in the more traditional events, we'll be introducing more achievement-based characters this year. That would be amazing. They may show up on achievement rewards or in currency shop chests as Wampa and Hermit Yoda. I am so pumped about that because those characters are amazing. So, quickly though, them dropping the Command Shuttle directly free to play. Guys, I have a feeling that this ship is going to be good. I think it's going to be a character everybody can get out of one of the stores that is going to be potentially dominant. If not, I guess we'll see, but I'll keep you guys updated. But this is actually a big deal, and we need to applaud this and celebrate this so they can do this more. Like they said, they're trying to balance marquees, reworks, achievement characters, and this is something big. And what is it going to do? As well, maybe Emperor Palpatine's going to give battle meditation. Now, the quality of life updates that we're talking about. See, that they actually sit down. I'm not fawning over them, obviously, but this is great stuff because they're listening to the community. And, you know, I have some of my, you know, disagreements. But this quality of life update is going to be amazing right here. They're going to be introducing raid simming. So, for a guild like mine that does the heroic Rancor raid in, I don't know, seconds, they're just starting with the Rancor raid, and maybe you'll move on to the tank raid, probably the Sith raid in a long time. That if your guild has been able to complete the heroic Rancor raid enough times, easily, they're going to allow you to just sim it. And when you sim it, everybody's going to get the same amount of reward. So it's not like you're automatically going to place 50th when you get in there. It says they're still working on that. They're still working on what rewards people are going to get, but everybody's going to get the same amount, and you're able to sim it directly when it comes out. You could set this. This would be extremely helpful for me as a guild leader and my officers. Just set this on auto sim and don't touch it. Don't worry about it. You do not have to worry about that part of the game anymore, except for collecting the rewards from your mailbox. That is something else to completely not think about. It just auto sets, and then you don't have to worry about people, well, I want to hit it to get the rewards because I need some of that gear, and you don't have to start it at different times. It's just, bam, everybody gets the same amount, done. That's a time saver, and it's an amazing thing. So again, I hope they actually move that to, and it, let's see, the guild has beaten the heroic Rancor raid a certain number of times, and to determine number of guild members have Han Solo at 7 stars. That's also important. the guild will be able to sim. Now, they said that they will eventually think about moving this to the tank raid, and we probably don't want to talk about the Sith raid yet because there's still guilds that can't do that. But also, to save players time and convenience for squad selection and management, we'll be adding the squad management button to the character inventory screen. People don't think this is that big of a deal, but it actually is if you're like me. This will replace the buy data cards button that is currently there. Our data showed that this was the least used button on that screen. Good work, analytics, I love it. Once on the squad select screen, more information will be surfaced at the top level, including the character name, especially if you have Jawas and you don't know which one, gear level, and brand new shared indicator. I absolutely love the idea of putting the little gear level right in there too. So when I'm forming a back level team for Territory Wars, that I just need to get a team place that has above 80,000 galactic power, and I want to make sure that I have a decent team with all gear 8 or 9 or probably gear 11 characters, it'll show me. I won't have to go through and read it all. Time management, huge. This can, and then it also has the shared indicator, which lets you know if it's on different duplicate characters being used within different tabs and stuff like that. This will allow you to more easily use the tabs to fill out rosters for, like I said, Territory Wars battles, the raids, etc. And they've added a similar functionality for the mod loadout management as well. Yes, you know I'm a mod lover. It's amazing. And that's going to help. Now, also we're going to talk about the buffs and debuffs in the in-combat user interface. So there's going to be a little toggle up here. And basically what it does is when you click on it, you will see, let's look at T3 right here. It says that he has 7 total buffs, but it shows the 3 most important buffs and debuffs. So as you look at Jolie, it says he has 7 total buffs, the 3 most important buffs that he has, and then he has 1 debuff, and it's not showing it because that's not considered the most important. So I probably won't use this as much because I like to go through and actually look at all of the debuffs I have on a character so I can determine what I'm going to do. But it is going to be able to make it visibly more satisfying, and it will actually teach you how to prioritize buffs too. In their way of thinking that, well, this buff is more, and CG creates the game. They'll know which buff is worse to have, or debuff is worse to have, and which buff is better to have. Also, this is huge because it's something I have talked about with many people. We don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but they are listening. We are also looking to improve the matchmaking of the Grand Arena. One of the clearest improvements we could make based on the data from the first few runs is that when ships are not used in Grand Arena, ship GP will not contribute to matchmaking. I've had a few people actually mention that to me. While we will not reveal the components of the matchmaking formula, we will continue to adjust certain aspects and explain them when relevant. There are a number of other quality of life, polish, and bug fixes going into the update, which will all be revealed in the patch notes on the official forums. I cannot wait for that. But Grand Arena, they did it when it came out the best way they could think of, matchup by galactic power. That's what they had to do. That's what anybody would have done. And then you run into a few situations here, and it's not all the time, but it does happen, where somebody has a 3.4 million galactic power with all medic teams and medic characters at gear 12, and other characters basically non-geared, no mods, nothing. Then you have the guy that decided, I want to get every character in the game to gear 10 and put decent mods on them. That's going to have the same galactic power. Now, again, that's tough to differentiate because that person did decide to farm that way. They made a conscious decision on how to move forward in the game, and the other person chose to move forward with the meta teams. So should that person be punished or not? I don't like the word punish. So I can see where they're thinking like, well, that person made that choice. But if they can somehow figure out how to, okay, you have all your characters at gear 10, let's put you against another person that has all characters with gear 10. I don't know the algorithms or the math that would go into that, but it would be interesting and something I'm interested to see in what they're going to do. And then last but not least, the best part of this entire update, well, in some of people's eyes, the best part, the new content, the reworks of the droids, and the Grievous Rework and the new characters. So let's quickly talk about this. First of all, I'm still farming Darkseid Bastila and Canderous Ordo, and will be farming Karth and Juhani when those characters come out to be farmed as well, because you never know when they're going to drop Revan or Malak. Darth Revan or Darth Malak. Most people thought it would be this month. They're kind of throwing a 180 on us, or curveball at us, which is cool, and maybe it will still happen later this month, but I love that they're going after the Clone Wars TV series characters. So, first, what new characters are we getting? We're getting the B1 Battle Droid, who will appear as a single unit on the battlefield, but whose abilities reflect the pervasiveness of the seemingly unending units behind it. So maybe it's going to be something like Night Sister Zombie, where it just keeps replacing itself. I doubt it would be a tank, but it could be the tank in the sense that they're easily replaced. We'll have to see. Then the Droidica. Yes, the Destroyer Droid. Again, is that going to be a tank because of its shields, or is it going to do a bunch of damage, which would be amazing as too. There's so many ways they could work this. Then the B2 Battle Droid and the Magna Guard will all be getting reworks along with General Grievous. Finally, I know Arnold is very happy. Probably all of you that watch my channel watch Arnold's as well, and he's been ready for this. So I actually had to go back into the game, and I had to look at and say, what tags do these characters have? Well, the B2 Battle Droid is a tank. B2 Battle Droid used to be part of the meta many moons ago because it had that mass dispel. Now, it does not have a taunt. So will they add a taunt to it in the rework? The Magna Guard is also a tank. I would not, if I didn't go back and look at that, I would actually not have remembered that because I just don't ever deal with those characters really. So how are they going to boost that? I bet he's going to have something where the Magna Guard's going to be able to take damage for Grievous, or when Grievous gets injured, they step in and have an automatic taunt put on them. That would be my guess. Grievous is the attacker. I can't wait to see what they rework with him. I'm not even going to speculate. And then what are they going to do with the B1 Battle Droid and Destroyer Droid? And which ones do you absolutely need to have? Because L3 is the login character. Why is she the login character? Yes, she's a droid, but she's an amazing tank as well. Is she going to be able to replace one of these characters to make the team even better? That's kind of gone through my head as well. And when the characters come out, the B1 and the Droidica, maybe one of them won't be as important as the other, and I'm going to try to keep you guys informed and updated on, I think, you know what, you don't need to go after the B1 right away, because they're marquee characters, you're going to have to spend money. Are they going to be good enough to even warrant that? We don't know, but what I would absolutely love is not for Grievous to be a Revan killer, but to be a Revan competitor, in the sense that I want a Revan team to be able to compete with a Grievous team, and I want a Grievous team to be able to compete with a Revan team. So the meta is not one-sided. Everybody has Revan. I shouldn't say everybody. Most people just got Revan now with the other day. Actually, it was yesterday when he came out again. And you have 50 Revan mirror matches going on in the top of Arena with a few Traya teams and a CLS team here and there. Let's diversify that even more, where Grievous can fit in there, and you can have Grievous teams, and then a Revan team can beat a Revan team can beat a Grievous team, but it'll struggle. But a CLS team can absolutely dominate a Grievous team, but the Revan team can destroy the CLS team. That's what I want. I want the diversification of Arena. I use that word a lot. I think that would be amazing, and I think it would be very welcome to the game for some people that are getting bored with Squad Arena. I'm not. I have Revan, I love it, I enjoy it, but I can actually see where, you know, I'd want to run my CLS or Grievous team every once in a while. So there we have it, guys. The entire quality, this is something that was unexpected, because we all thought they were going to come in with our Old Republic, Malak, Revan, like I said earlier. They're bringing us Droids, Grievous Rework, which we've been waiting for, and the Emperor's Command Shuttle, some amazing quality of life updates, the Grand Arena, rework of the matchmaking, and how about we get started in trying to get Grand Arena once a week? I love Grand Arena that much, and I like the ability to compete with others. The one thing, though, I think I would throw in there is there's too many guys that I've faced that have laid a defense and not attacked. Maybe we can try to do them, and I understand, I don't know how complicated this is. I'm not a computer or algorithm genius. Maybe put the guys that continually don't attack against each other the whole time, because honestly, I hate losing more than anything in the world. But I'd rather have a close match where we both tried and I lost by 2 points than me winning the whole thing because the other person didn't attack. I'm not going to get any better if I don't know how they attacked me and stuff like that. And I want you guys to give me your opinion on the situation as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the subscribe button, like the video, click the notification bell so you can be alerted to all videos that I post. I'm also leaving a link to my Discord server and Patreon page in the description below. Make sure to check that out. And again, comments in the comment section. I want video ideas. I want constructive criticism. I want you guys, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What do you think Grievous is going to be used for? What are the new characters going to be able to do? I want all of that stuff so we can have an honest conversation.